welcome Warren Lammert, honoring Dr. LammertDevinsky.
Thank you and good evening. It is truly an honor to have the opportunity to introduce my close friend and my daughter's doctor, Warren Devinsky. But it is also frightening because Warren's contributions are so great, and because I was slotted at 1 minute for this introduction. Warren is the chairman of the New York University Comprehensive Epilepsy Center and of NYU FACES, and has built there a world-leading resource for patient care, advocacy, and research. He has also served on the National Board of the Epilepsy Foundation, and he is the co-founder of Epilepsy.com and the Epilepsy Therapy Project. In research and writing, Warren has authored or co-authored numerous books and academic articles. His contributions are wide-ranging, but maybe most notable is his work on quality of life in epilepsy, which has changed the way research is done. I will not talk about his recent work on the large and significant Epilepsy Genome-Phenome Project, or his work in leadership in the area of SUDEP and mortality in epilepsy. As the father of a 15-year-old girl, Sylvie, with Dravet syndrome, an extremely difficult and intractable form of epilepsy, I can speak to the remarkable impact Warren continues to have on Sylvie's life and the life of our family. Warren is able to see his patients as whole people and to engage the larger context of their lives. I am stunned by the breadth of his intellectual curiosity, by his athletic commitment, by the awesome breadth of his contributions as a leader in the epilepsy community, and most of all by the quality of care he brings to his patients and families. And more, he has a great relationship with his wonderful wife, Deborah, who's here with us this evening, and his two talented and beautiful daughters. Sylvie's mom, Kathy, says that meeting Warren and Deborah immediately changed our lives for the better. They were remarkable in so many ways, including the generous way they share themselves with patients and families. I have never come away from a meeting or talk with Warren and not felt better. We used to call Warren so much when things went wrong that our son Jack, at age 6, wanted to call him anytime anything went wrong. He would say, "Just call Warren." I will share just a couple of comments from colleagues and from other patients and families under his care. One of his colleagues says, on a general level, I can just tell you that his patients adore him. And as to his colleagues, he is clearly responsible for all of us being here. We are certain that Warren never sleeps. He answers email any time of the day or night. It is not uncommon to wake up at 7 a.m. and find 2 to 3 emails in your inbox already from Warren. No wonder the man is so productive. A family writes of their teenage daughter who had been experiencing weekly seizures for almost 2 years, that it's almost been 10 months since we met Warren. Avra has had 1 seizure, and the effects and dosages of the medication have been dramatically cut back. She's more alert, no more dizziness and headaches. Granted, she's a teenager and gives us headaches, but we'll take it. Thank you, Warren. Thank you so much. And finally, from Shanda Gunn, a U.S. Olympic ice hockey goaltender and great advocate for people with epilepsy herself, she says he is a brilliant and renowned neurologist. But what makes him so valuable to the community of patients struggling with seizures is that he's never lost the genuine ability to listen. When I work with Dr. Devinsky, I feel like I have my own personal advocate. I don't know how he has the time, but he makes it for me, for Sylvie, for all his patients, for his family, for colleagues, for research. I want to join Shanda's sentiments in saying that I think the world of you. Warren.
Thank you, Warren, and everyone, Jackie, Tony, for those. He's got my award. Get that man. For those beautiful words. I'm very fortunate to be here and to have the life that I do, to have a wife, Deborah, who is so incredibly supportive, to have the luxury of working with phenomenal colleagues who are the best of the best, people like Blanca and Jackie at NYU, close colleagues like Steve Schachter, Joe Servin, and so many other people, to be among a group of people who are being honored tonight. I'm not into honoring, it's not part of my religion, but when Tony Coelho called and asked me to be part of this evening, everybody knows you don't say no to Tony. But it's an extraordinary time in many ways, and I think one of the nicest parts of what I get to do is to interact with such a broad group of people, so many special individuals from the scientific side, the medical side, the community side, and for me, probably most important and what has taught me the most is the patient side. Epilepsy is an incredibly challenging and difficult disorder that most people in this room know much better than any doctor. And it's wonderful when, as a physician, you can make a change in a medication or reduce things or change a therapy and improve someone's life, give them strategies to be able to be more active in sports or school or work and make a positive impact. But unfortunately, we often celebrate the things we do, and a lot of the time when I sit back and reflect on things, I think about all the things we don't do. That there are, give or take, a third of people with epilepsy whose seizures are not controlled, probably more than 50% of people with epilepsy on medication who live daily with side effects, and that for many people, there are really some terrible consequences of epilepsy, from depression, psychosis, suicide, SUDEP, and many others. And for those of us who are actively involved in caring for people with epilepsy, those complications are part of our daily life. I think we sit, hopefully, at an incredible time right now. I think for me, being here, if anything, the most exciting part is seeing Phil Gattone take over the leadership of the Epilepsy Foundation. I think Phil will bring an energy and a spirit of collaboration and community that epilepsy has desperately needed. And to be in a room with multiple people from the Epilepsy Therapy Project, to have Gardner here from CURE, Joe Servin from epilepsy.com, people from the Tuberous Sclerosis Alliance, Seizure Tracker. It's just an incredible, diverse group of people. And I truly believe that if we're going to do remarkable things, and we have to do that, we just have to up the level of everything we're doing, from fundraising to the quality of research to the level of collaboration among doctors, among scientists, among lay individuals, and among organizations. So I think everyone here tonight, being in this room, and the diversity, together with Phil's leadership, will hopefully bring us to a place we've never been before. Thank you all.